And Lane said one of the things that he wanted to have happen is he wanted to stand right here so his picture could be taken and could be sent to Janet Napolitano. So that she can see what a radical right-wing extremist looks like. I just realized the reason that we have rain falling is that God knows that we need some water for our tea. That's what this is all about. Okay, just before we release you to go to Capitol Park downtown, I want to make sure our drummers and Ben Franklin are over here to my left to lead our last leg of our march. I want to introduce to you someone who has been a true friend of the American taxpayer when he was in office, both in the state legislature and in Congress. Someone who didn't just talk the talk, but walk the walk and sticking up for ordinary Idahoans and their tax burden. Would you please welcome former Representative Congressman Bill Sallie.
Well, hello, all you great Americans. You know, I got to tell you, I'm looking around this crowd and I see a bunch of my friends that I have made over the years. And first of all, I want to thank everyone for all the support that I've had over the years. It was a real treat being in public service and trying to advance a conservative cause. Let me ask you a question. How many of you think that government spending is the answer to our problems? If government spending was the answer to our problems, we ought to be in darn good shape right now, don't you think? Well, let me say that in spite of the glimmers of hope that our president has been talking about, our economy is in real trouble. Now, the answer for our economic troubles, and I think we need to be realistic about this, they are significant. We got some tough road ahead. The answer is not $800 billion written on a check for money pulled out of the air. Well, there's a good half I'd love to get rid of, let me tell you that. The answer is, if you want a healthy economy, you have to have profitable business. When businesses are profitable, they make money. They make profit, and guess what the government does to that profit? Tax it. No, hang on. They tax it, and that generates revenue for the Treasury. They also grow, the business grows, and when they grow, they create jobs. And when people have jobs, they make money, and unfortunately the government will be back to tax that. But there are two things that happen here. Number one, people have jobs and they make money. Number two, the government has revenue. If I write a check for $800 billion out of thin air, how much revenue have I gotten? Zero. And you don't have jobs and you don't make money. That's the problem. If we want to have economic stimulus, what we need is not tax increases. Tax cuts is what we need. I want to encourage every one of you today that having this Tea Party on the day when we pay our taxes, that is the issue, taxes. Now, here's the question for all of you. And I saw a little gal down here that had a sign that said, "I'm 18 and I have no future." Folks, that's a sad truth. You know what? For those of us who are over 18 and have been at this for a while, if you haven't been working as hard as you can, you need to start today. And you need to commit yourself to the fact nobody's asking you to stand in front of a cannon. Nobody's asking you to be walking around in the snow with bleeding feet like George Washington's soldiers were. You just got to get engaged. You got to work hard to make sure that that half of Congress that this gal doesn't like out here, that they get traded out for people who will do the right thing and give this 18-year-old gal a future by lowering her taxes, giving her smaller government, giving her more freedom, and giving her more personal responsibility. Stay in the fight. God bless y'all.
Thank you, Representative Sallie. Russ, if you could come, we have just some last-minute instructions, and then we want to get you over to Capitol Park.